I watched Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. The sequel, I would say it is a direct sequel. It's not a soft reboot. It's a direct sequel to Beetlejuice. The original, I think it was good. I think the additions of Jenna Ortega, Willem Dafoe, Arthur Conti, obviously weren't people that were in the original, but they complemented the cast really well as just, given like Willem Dafoe just like should be in every Tim Burton production. Willem Dafoe might like be required to be in every movie because there is a role for him in every movie ever made, and he absolutely kills every single one. One of the greatest actors of our generation, and he deserves to be, put up there with the DiCaprios. All right.
Absolutely.
But the show, it's very, very big push from, who is this, produced by Warner Bros. Very big push from them, just looking at the amount of showings that this is getting. It's coming out, in September. There's not a ton of movies that come out around this, so it is kind of uncontested in the box office right now. It's probably going to run all the way through spooky season, as it's called, Halloween. Pretty simple setup, mother-daughter distress situation going on. There's a lot of solid physical comedy bits as well as just surreal visuals that you would expect with something like this. I think the underworld, or just the afterlife as it is kind of portrayed in this, I think it got a lot more fleshed out than the technology would allow in 1988. So you get to see a lot of really cool stuff. There's some really, really awesome just looks and visuals in this. I think Tim Burton really, really did a good job. There's, some kind of, I would say if there's any issues with the movie, which obviously there are, it's not a flawless movie by any means, it would probably be in the writing. And a lot of the writing, I think it just suffers from, I don't know if Tim Burton writes real people. I just don't know if he does. So even though this is based in the real world, and there's some characters that are like, oh, I don't believe in ghosts and stuff. There's a lot of just unreal people, the way they talk. And I find it funny. It's good, but it's interlaced with, people having serious moments and acting like all the stakes are very real. And sometimes the tone just isn't quite what you'd expect from Beetlejuice, just in certain scenes, I would say mainly the emotional scenes, and just the way some people talk, in particular, the fiance of Lydia in this he's his name's Rory, I think. Yeah, looking at that, Rory. And he's meant to be kind of a piece of shit. He's meant to be the emotionally intelligent male that's actually just an extreme manipulator, conniving, but he's sometimes just a little bit too on the nose, to the point where you're like, okay, is Lydia stupid? I don't really understand why she's going along or why she's agreeing to marry this man. Yeah. As a wedding is a central point in this, but overall, it was never boring. It was entertaining start to finish. It was less than 2 hours, so turn up for my, less than 2 hour supporters of movies. I think overall, it is something I would watch again around this time, and I think it will probably be remembered pretty fondly. I would say, kids watching this, a lot of kids watching this have never seen anything like this. So this is going to be this will be the Tim Burton kind of introduction to a lot of kids. Yeah. A lot of Gen Z will be Beetlejuice. And I think it does a good job at that. It's very Tim Burton. So yeah, I'd give it a Tim Burton out of 10.
Nice.